Yo, welcome to episode 86 of Hip Hop High Society presents the Roundtable Hip Hop discussion. We are slowly inching our way to that 100. We got to do something special for the 100th episode, for sure. But I would be amiss if I didn't introduce my esteemed, talented co-host. See, I didn't say beautiful this week. Y'all like that, right? First and foremost, we got the one and only Obi, hardest working
What's
man.
What's up?
Shit.
Happy to be here.
Trying to figure out how he finds the time. Well, you ain't got kids. That's one.
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say no. Straight up, that is a big part of
life.
it. Not having kids, you just listen to music all day at work. So that's a guaranteed 40 hours a week, baby.
I tell you, the time and money. I love you though, babies. I love y'all. But yeah, next we got the one and only of the culture, the sides, Lee. Good to see you.
Yo. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all being good. And honestly, yo, it's been kind of crazy out here. It was 80 degrees yesterday, and it snowed today, y'all. It was hailing during my lunch break. I was like, I'm gonna try something new. Nah, it started snowing. I'm like, I'm going back to the office. Like, ain't no way. No way. It was just 80, and I was sweating.
Wow. That's that pneumonia weather. Fuck that shit. That's my ass to the dirty south. But literally, it's good to have you here in good spirits and good health. You feel me? And last but not least, some cat named Johnny. I think he hijacked the motherfucking clip. How you even get the link? But nah, we got the one and only J Cloud, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Well, first of all, thank you for telling me how beautiful I am. It's always great to hear that. Yeah, what's up, y'all?
It's good to have you, man, bringing that music knowledge you got up in that brain, that Pokemon Go brain. But without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand. Everybody's been discussing 50 Cent, fifth, 5-0, drops a response to Jim Jones, Maino, Fabolous, and Dave East. Kind of hints at a future T.I. response. I think he called them the Cosby family and shit like that. And he dropped the visual to go with the diss, which comprised of a lot of AI shit. Can you even copyright this? I think we may could play this just because I'm not sure you can copyright this bullshit. But we're going to play a little bit and see what we got.
You should be polite. This is the purge. This is what happens tonight. Fuck you. And you don't even count, little nigga. I got a little bonus. No more tricks, no more trash. Niggas is pussy, I can see it in your eyes.
A little preview, ain't gonna play too much, like I said. I'm gonna have to probably trim this shit later on. But you can peep, this shit is all AI. You know, 5-0 says, y'all thought I was talking about the Cosbys. That's the T.I. reference, T.I. and family. I'll deal with Bill later. I am the algorithm. Then he proceeds to drop a song. So I'll throw it out to y'all. Did y'all hear the song and peep the visuals? And what are y'all initial thoughts about the response from 50?
I did, yeah. I thought it was all fairly mediocre. I think I've said on the podcast a few times that this whole beef is kind of bores me, and I almost think this engaging is. Yeah, no, I'm not really personally, but I think this like engaging it and prolonging it is like kind of just made me roll my eyes, let alone the AI and all that other shit with it.
Oh man, Obi's not entertained, man. I don't know, bro. That's not good. Anybody else? What y'all thought about it?
It's giving promo run for both of them, honestly, at this point. And, 50 is always going to be about the business and always troll with it. So can't be surprised at this point. And for T.I., it's kind of like, is this what you really wanted at this point? Like, was it worth it?
Well, he ain't even responded to you. Responding to fucking that main. That was what, 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, or something like that.
Yeah.
He kind of late. They short dollar late. So that's reigniting that beef, which I wasn't really impressed with that beef. I really wish it would have went away. I know he's trolling Jim Jones with the whole "you ain't paying your rent" shit.
Put everybody in it.
What about you, Cloud, man? What you think about this joint, bro?
Oh, you're muted.
Is he still there? Birdman, still there? He might be muted. But yeah, man, me myself
got on a real track together. Like that would have, like if this was a real video and I really felt that energy, that would have been better. Like Max B and 50 Cent. But what this was felt unimpressive.
Well, apparently he put like a verse over old man. Somebody found the original track, I believe, and he basically put some bars over an old Max B track. If I'm mistaken, I'm sure somebody in the chat or something can let us know. But I think that's what happened, yo. So that makes it. So that's like the epitome of laziness. You put some bars over a track that was already recorded. You fucking did an AI fucking video. You really didn't address anything in the beef. You just kind of did the intro was like fuck you, and then the rest of the song was just the standard braggadocious shit. I didn't really hear too many bars directed at anybody. I think you might call somebody a pussy or something, but a lot of it was kind of ambiguous shit that could have been done anyway. So I'm even. Some people even suggested that Chat GPT wrote the fucking song, right? I'm like, oh my God, this is just too lazy for, I think, somebody of 50's caliber, yo. If you're going to do something, do it right or don't do shit. You know what I mean?
I think it's a mix of laziness and also just like Lee said, it's more of like a troll / he doesn't care anyway. Like, I don't think he cares enough to put in the real effort to write a real verse or make a real. I wouldn't be surprised if he barely made any of that. Does that make sense? Like, he had an assistant do the Chat GPT lyrics, make the AI video, you make it all, and I'll post it up. I'm not even, he didn't. Maybe it took 2 months to make it or whatever the fuck it's been, like, for his assistant to make it, for all I know. But I wouldn't be surprised if 50 didn't even barely touch that.
Facts. And then on top of this video drop, and now you had Papoose jump into which I'm still a little bit confused as to why Pap is involved in this now. I'm just. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it was a pretty good track. I'll play a little bit of it. Hopefully we don't get dinged, but whatever. We in it to win it now. Agent Provocative.
Hey, yo, 50, you a bitch, man. You can't bully no Brooklyn nigga.
You are now listening to
Who? He was a crab in a barrel until Eminem picked him. Made himself famous by claiming he was a victim. His claim to fame was I got shot 9 times. But the truth is he only got shot 5 times. He lied because he wanted to get shot more than Tupac.
Bro, he got shot. So who adds shots to the time they got shot? That's the weirdest crap. Is that true?
I was gonna say I can't remember if I've heard that. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that bar particularly, but I do think maybe that Papoose probably had the best track so far out of everybody between T.I. and now Maino and 50, and I think that's probably the most entertaining one. I'm not saying it's like there were harsher stings than other songs, but I think
I would say that. I would say he took everything that was said before and made it like hit more. Personally.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, but did he say anything that hasn't been kind of well-known knowledge for what year we in? 2026 for at least 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but I mean, has there been anybody that pretty much summed everything up? As long of a list as there is, like, of shit to talk about him, is there anybody who's just gotten into every single thing?
Pretty sure Jada dropped that people just forgot about. Styles and Jada would like pretty much touched on all of this shit, to be honest with you, if you go listen to some of this shit. Fucking Cam had multiple disses, so I like, that's what I said. I don't think nothing has really came at him that was like mind-blowing. But as far as the bars, I think it was the superior song. You feel me? But I guess the question is, will anybody care about Papoose releasing a 50 Cent diss in 2026? You know what I mean?
Bro, he was just beefing with BM, like, after he was holding it down. Like, I think this is I need to get out of that drama and put myself in some other drama move. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not gonna remember that,
I mean, and Cloud might be able to correct me on how that started, but I know 50 and Pap's current, is it his wife? Did they get married or his
Yeah.
girlfriend? Okay, yeah. I know they
No.
were going at it just recently. So that's at
Yeah,
least
no,
one
that's
reason.
Oh,
yeah, no, that's it. Because he was
Okay.
making fun. He was making fun of her on Instagram.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So that's what, yeah, this is that's why Papoose is going at 50.
oh, okay, okay.
And it's not the first time either. He's kind of been he's taken some other jabs. I can't remember the full history of it, but this is that's been bubbling.
I mean, out of this entire situation, Papoose is the best rapper of all of these people. So it's like it's not really that surprising that he has the best joint. And I know people won't like that. Like, oh, Papoose isn't better than T.I. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to you know how they did the 50 versus Ti comparison chart. I'm gonna need you to line up them. So I mean the songs for Papoose and Ti to see what
No,
we
line up them
thinking.
verses. I mean,
Yeah.
we could talk about hits. Like anybody could talk about hits, but line up
Yeah.
them verses. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely has like bar after bar.
But you know, that's what like wins beef. Like, who makes the best songs? It's what wins a beef these days. Like, it's a battle rap right now that can probably write a better diss track than all these dudes combined. But nobody's gonna give a fuck about it. Like, somebody gonna give a fuck if Bill Collector writes a better motherfucking verse, you know, fucking Goods comes and writes the best diss about 50 Cent. So that's what I said. And in this level, at least the level I think that like 50 Cent is at. I like Papoose, but Papoose is not on the level of a 50 Cent. It's just not as far as visibility, right? And I don't think this is a bar battle. I don't think nobody's gonna be like who had the hardest bars. Maybe the people who love actual rapping and hip hop, but the general public, which is gonna be the majority of the 50 Cent fans, you know what I'm saying? The very gen pop, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is Papoose? You know, do I care about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure that it's gonna have the effect that I think he might think it might have. You feel me? Hip hop heads will probably be like, yeah, the bars is better, but as who can make the better songs, you feel me? And that's what the thing with the Drake and the Kendrick beef was, right? People said that Drake make better songs. Drake has the hit. Drake's got the pen. He can make a better song that's gonna bury Kendrick. And in reality, Kendrick made the better song. He actually made the better poppy song. You feel me? So I'm not sure if that's gonna work for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that shit is corny though, because it's like with that whole like logic in place, you know what I'm saying? Like Don Toliver could beat Daylight in a battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he could make a better like a song that's more palatable, but it's like, but I mean that's the climate we're in. So
yeah, you know
I think it's corny.
I'm not sure that's the better. I'm not sure that's always been the climate, to be honest, when it comes to at least public beefs. You know what I'm saying?
No, not for sure.
Yeah, I think that's when you got certain people. You just like, all right, your opinion. Let me see your playlist first before you speak. You know, and it's like, you know, the true hip hop heads. You're gonna be, I see what you're saying, because they'll give true criticism. It's not just like, oh, this one I could bop my head more to. It's like, you know, nah, like, you know, they'll get really into it, the layers of the song.
Yeah. Two different types of fans, I guess. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have the casuals and you're gonna have the people who listen for the bars. But exactly. That's why I say, like, even on the bar side, it was good bars, but I didn't really hear nothing new. You rhymed a bunch of shit that people saying about 50 Cent for 20 years. You feel me? I just wanted more like creativity, and I think it could have been more creative or something like that. You feel me? I don't know what you could have did, to be honest with you, but it's just almost like that Eminem 8 Mile shit. Like when fucking the last guy, Papa Doc or whatever, was like, tell me something you don't know. When Eminem just pretty much said, I got beat up. This dude fucked my girl, blah, blah, blah. Like all of this shit is public knowledge. Right? So I'm not sure, but that's kind of corny too, that we got to resort to like secrets and fucking, you know what I mean? Who got the best dirt? Who got the most shade room shit? Feel me? So,
yeah, because my thing is, even if 50 came back and Papoose, it's not going. I still think Papoose will win that. That's me personally.
I don't know. I think Papoose has more.
But he's also past his prime.
He also has a liability because his girl has a big mouth. You feel me? He's real sensitive. The one thing about 50, his strength and his weakness is he don't really loyal to nobody. He don't have nobody you can fucking insult. He like Papoose made this song because he dissed his girl. 50 don't got that, right? 50 can just take it any level of anywhere he wants to take it. And then you have a very vocal, fiance or wife out there, right? Who you proven you're sensitive about, right? He can go on the fucking field day right now and piss you off more, right? And what you gonna do, 50? You ain't gonna beat him up. He ain't fucking the easy to block captain. You ain't finna go to Shreveport and put hands on 50. So what you gonna do? You know what I mean?
His lucky Banks was leaving him alone.
Banks might can hurt him because Banks know shit about him. You feel me?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Banks made a diss track. He's gonna know inside information. He's gonna know what really fucks with his heart. You feel
he
me?
won't though. He won't though. I promise you that he won't. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he would do that. And also, you never know if it kind of would go both ways a little bit, right? Where not that Banks has got like dirt, but I'm sure 50 has like personal knowledge of Banks's life a little, right? Where it's like he's going to take some low blows, and I don't really. How much is that worth it to get into it with 50?
Yeah. 50 be doing a little underhanded shit, recording cards and calls and shit. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He does like a lot of fucking, which is a good segue to this Ryan Clark shit. Let me play this real quick.
The thing I would say about him, I would be uncomfortable being his friend.
Oh yeah.
And however he feels about whatever people say about him, it is what it is. There is a large amount of people that he was once close to that he's no longer close to, and it's public that they have an issue because he made it public, right? He doesn't just ever fall out with people. 50 Cent doesn't get to a point where it's like our relationship is done. We've had what we had. We both respect each other. Let's walk away from it, right? There's always something else said. There's always something else that's made public or something else that has to be done through the media or social media. And I think that's difficult when you work with a person that's like that, because on this one hand, he's a genius. Right, from creating G-Unit to now these media companies to now meetings with Tyler Perry, building his own studio, all of these things. You want to be in lockstep with him from a business standpoint. The thing I would say about him, I would be uncomfortable.
There you go. There you have it. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Matter of fact, take a yeah. I know you be saying some dumb shit sometimes, but that was on point. Yeah, that take goes back to your Banks thing, Jay. Fucking like it's hard to be this dude friend, I would think. He like, your gift and your curse, dog. You a lone wolf at the same time. It's like, bro, like he should have, if we think about the original G Unit roster, right? Banks, even if you put Game in there, if you want to put Buck in there, right? That roster alone would fucking send T.I. and his kids packing. You feel me? At least that's how I feel. You know what I mean? But it's like you don't have that, so now you got to deal with a Damani coming at you. Feel you got King trying to roast you. You feel me? You don't have that group of killers like you should have. You know what I'm saying? What you want to send Uncle Murder to do a wrap up on them or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. You're gifting and your curse, dog. But it is what it is. What do y'all think about the little statement there? Should be some apprehensive, or even back to like a psychoanalyst standpoint, is there something about somebody who falls out with somebody? What do y'all think about that? Somebody who always falling out with somebody, like, is that
yes, the worst people? Like how you got a different group of friends every few months.
Yeah, that's too
different crew. Yeah,
that's the sign of a fucking weirdo.
I mean, even look at the dudes that be like active for power. Every now and then he airing one of them out, like, oh bro.
Little Meech catches strays.
Little Meech, even the other dude, what's his name? Michael or some shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody. Literally everybody, bro. Like
he's a motherfucker that if you want to rub elbows with him to get into the business, you can't tell him shit. Like, you gotta just let him talk to you all the time. You gotta be the quiet person that's cool.
Yeah.
because he will definitely use everything against you.
Even like his old best friend Mayweather. Then remember they was motherfucking thick as thieves and fucking taking money pictures and shit. And then 2 weeks later they was fucking publicly beefing. You know what I mean?
No, he told him to read the whole Harry Potter book, and I was like, nah. That still takes me out to this day.
I think he asked him to read one page. I thought it was,
Yeah,
or something
it
like
was
that. I didn't even think it
something.
was the whole fucking book. I could have swore it was one page. He said
that shit, yo.
What grade level was it?
Oh yeah, one full page.
It's fucked up. But yeah, once you get to a certain extent of you just beefing with literally everybody, people who was your best friends, people who you was cool with, people, just everybody you beefing with, at a certain point, you're going to start looking like, particularly as you get 50 years old. What is 50? 50 is 50. You know what I mean? Like, bro, why can't you keep friends, dog? Like, what is wrong with you inherently, dog? Like, it's just not a good look, I don't think. You know what I mean? And even the trolling shit is starting to look a little corny, I think, to me. You feel me? I think that's something. So I don't know. I think you need to switch. I clearly don't give a fuck, but I think you need to switch it up, bro. I just don't think it's good look. But Maino went in the booth, says he wants to smoke 50 Cent new song, Bleed Like Us. How's it sounding? Play a little bit of this.
Picture me being scared of a nigga that never shot nothing or kill shit. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being shook of a nigga that beat up old women and not men. They bleed just like us. Nigga, we don't believe you. You gon' have to prove it to me. Need more people. They bleed just like us. Boo-boo, you just a joke. Enough for all that trolling shit. I want the smoke. Enough for all the gimmicks and tries. Be on your top again. You was just a product of lies and strong marketing. Always seen a bitch in your eyes. You a comedian. You never took a life in your life, you was obedient.
All right, 30 seconds. What do y'all? How's Maino sounding, man? I don't think he released the track yet, but
No thanks.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know why
He's
there's
not-
55 cents on the cover. That's the part that confused me right away.
I
It
don't
doesn't have
completely
the right change.
Yeah, I don't completely like hate him. I don't hate him at all. But I'm not like, you know, one of these people, oh, Mayo's trash, Mayo's garbage. He's got some good shit, but this wasn't it.
yeah. I don't even know if he got a lot of good shit, to be honest with you. I never was a big Maino fan, man. I think he had that aura, you know what I'm saying? He was the beat motherfuckers up type of dude or whatever. I always thought he was kind of subpar as far as rapping. He is all right, you know.
Yeah.
But he came in an era where you ain't really had to be super nice. You feel me?
Yeah, it was just like, all right, you know, you had a little 1-2. Okay.
Yeah, that era, everybody was fucking going platinum. Baby D got a fucking hit. You know what I mean? So, any last thoughts on the 50 beef? What do y'all think is next to come? Will we get more tracks from any of these cats? I know at least 50. 50 is probably the big. Will we get a better track from 50? You think after people have seen kind of that the response to this track being released? Maybe something better. Maybe instead of some of that old I smell. What do y'all think?
I don't think he's gonna drop anything. If he does, it'll be like, thank you, but I don't think
We want to hear any more 50. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know.
That shit was weak. Those two verses that he dropped are fucking weak.
Yeah.
I told y'all this whole shit's fucking boring to me. I don't need anything from any of these people anymore. Everybody should thank 50 for the stimulus package. You know, shout out to that, and you know, whatever, back and forth. Yeah, we could wrap it all up though.
The whole reason it started was like fucking stupid. T.I. like, you owe me a versus. Like, if that wasn't a reach, I don't know what is.
That's the crazy part of all this. All this shit started over fucking verses, dog.
Yeah.
Of verses. Like you get a fucking championship belt or something after. It's a fucking verses. It's like old people doing their hits. It's supposed to be like something that brings people together to celebrate your songs and your legacy and shit. And now we got a old man beef behind it. You feel me? Like that's kind of whack.
Yeah. The OGYNs, as I would say.
Versus
they
should be
think they young.
capitalizing on this.
Yeah, they should be like, every time you say my hold on.
Yeah, they
You
should
wanna
be
pull up?
dropping new verses. getting people excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's behind that shit?
I don't know who owns it. Didn't he buy it back? Then what's the name? Then buy it back. Timberland and Swiss. I don't know.
Swizz?
Oh yeah.
I thought they had sold it, and then I think they was trying to buy it back, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure
they
who
did.
owns
They did reacquire it.
it. Yeah, so
Timbaland too busy on Suno,
Yeah, as I say,
playing
yeah.
around with fucking Suno.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
fucking. I just seen a commercial. Yo, they doing a big ad campaign for that shit too. I just seen like
yeah.
every
And
day.
the motherfuckers, they hiring like a motherfucker. They want people. If you look at the job description, it's crazy. I'm like, oh, so you just want people to come and train your models. Got it. And then you're gonna fire them all and be like, don't worry, AI is gonna do the job.
Man.
That's crazy. But that's all I got, man. Let's move on to some semi kind of positive shit. I guess it is. We got Wu-Tang and Lauryn Hill nominated for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, despite being eligible for probably like a decade or more now, according to their criteria. So I guess it's something to celebrate. At the same time, like, what does the delayed nomination say about how the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame prioritizes hip hop culture compared to their traditional rock acts? And should we even be celebrating anybody going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? That's something that y'all think is something that should be plastered. Is that something y'all even care about? You know what I mean? As hip hop fans?
There's got to be a fucking. I know the intention behind what's his name? Was it Gene Simmons? That says some shit. I know he was like he's on some other shit when he was saying like, oh, stop putting rap in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like I know he's got some other like underlying shit, but but still like even the sentiment of that, it just makes you, because he said some shit like when's Metallica gonna go in the hip hop Hall of Fame, but there's got to be like a fucking music hall. Like I don't understand why they didn't just like at some point they haven't just renamed the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to the Music Hall of Fame, or just made something that encompasses everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's confusing to me, but
very confusing to be honest with you. Where's the fucking hip hop Hall of Fame? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. but at least make something that encompasses everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
there's other types of music, and it's there's definitely people that can make it happen.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know they got the trap music thing. Is that still a thing in Atlanta? You feel me? I'm not sure. But I've always wondered, you have enough money being made in hip hop where it should be enough investors to actually do a hip hop Hall of Fame, I would think. Why that hasn't came to fruition, I have no clue.
All these labels, all these people that got their hands in the industry, they could definitely do it because they all profit off of it, Even if they have pop artists and other artists under their roster, hip hop is one of their big funders. So
I also question, why like Lauryn Hill gets put in separately despite like the majority of her career being with the Fugees, right? Do y'all think that's kind of a snub to them? You know what I mean?
Is Wyclef in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I have no clue. I didn't look it up. That's a good ass question. If somebody can.
Yeah, if he is, then that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, the Fugees as a collective, like, because they've done that before, where they put one maybe person in and then have, all right, as a group, y'all come in.
No, he's not. I don't think so.
Yeah, because it would make sense. Like if they put Wyclef, then they're not gonna like throw Praz in there. They're just gonna put Lauryn in. You know what I'm saying? Praz got his own. Bro. He got some shit. No, he got some shit going on where I don't think they want to put him in there. So
yeah, I don't know, man. I always feel like they try to uplift Lauryn Hill's legacy way above the Fugees, when kind of the Fugees to a certain extent put her on the map. You feel me? And she really only had the one CD. She really only had the one great project. Don't come at me. I see y'all getting ready with your Twitter fingers and shit. It was a great project. It was one motherfucking project, dog. You feel me?
You said Wyclef isn't in there?
Nah,
You said Clef isn't in there?
Nope. Apparently Clef's not in there, dog.
I didn't see. It said that
he
was
should have
at
been in there before
the
her.
ceremony to like
that
give
was 100%
someone
for him to be
an
in there.
award.
He should have been in there before her.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he didn't steal anything for his album.
He got inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame. I guess it counts for something.
Hell yeah! Shout out to New Jersey, man.
Jersey, my country, New Jersey. That's what they saying.
You gotta have some kind of Haiti key to the country or some shit. You feel me? Something along that lines. Yeah, but they still are, I guess, voting. I don't know how the voting system goes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think it's
Who
more.
the fuck is voting? Who?
Yeah, that's my question.
I think it's a fan vote for the
rock and roll
what
Hall of Fame?
Wu-Tang for what Wu-Tang's in. If I'm not mistaken, it's like a fan voting thing because I saw it said like 200 and they were trying to surpass someone else that's like 250,000.
Oh, that's
like
some whack shit.
Yeah.
And even that, if I'm not mistaken, so I remember going through this last year with some friends that were watching a band that they love. But it's like all that votes, I think, counts for one vote still. Like
That's
the
crazy.
fan vote is one vote still for the whole. So if you get voted by fans, that's one against however many votes are in total for the,
Yeah. I just looked it up real quick. There's like a voting body of like artists and other music industry folks, and then the fan vote
is one.
That's crazy though. That doesn't even count
for a lot. Yeah, it's like,
like who are these 1,200 people that are deciding over the fans that probably put in way more votes than they do?
Yeah, journalists gonna be journalists mostly and shit like that. Wu-Tang receives 2026 nominees: the Black Crowes, Jeff Buckley, Mariah Carey, Phil Collins. I would have thought he would have been in there already.
Yeah,
Rich, Lauryn Hill, Billy Idol, INXS, Iron Maiden, Joy Division, New Order, New Edition. Oh shit, Oasis, Pink, Sade, Shakira, Luther Vandross, Luther. All right, and Wu-Tang. That's kind of a crazy fucking list of people who have kind of nothing to do with each other. It should be the music hall.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Well, this is their way of trying to be inclusive, I guess, but not actually changing the name to be for what, like y'all said, it should be music.
Yeah, because that's insane. That's an insane list. Fucking Mariah Carey and the Black Crowes on the same with Sade and Shakira. All righty then, and Luther. All right, you know what I mean. It's kind of crazy too. They waited so long, like to change their criteria. Some of these people ain't even with us no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gone. You feel me? So it's kind of whack. Any last thoughts on that joint though, man? Before we move on.
Yeah, personally, like the Grammys, I don't give a fuck about the hip hop or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I almost fucked up big time right there. But no, fuck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I can give a shit less. They didn't even start including hip hop until 2007. It said it started in 1995. It's like went a solid 10 years disrespecting hip hop, not giving a fuck. And
let's go ahead and recognize these Negroes, man. They're kind of hot out here in these streets. Fucking word, yeah. Shut the fuck
Just
up.
more motherfuckers trying to promo.
Wait, are you saying they didn't like recognize them until 2007?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, they didn't.
I don't think they ever should have, honestly, and that goes back to my point.
Sure, no,
they should have never brought hip hop into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they should have just rebranded it as a whole or made something separate, because then it causes all this confusion. But
bringing all the genres into it and then leaving it Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was always just a dumb idea, in my opinion.
Because then it leaves room for like dickheads like Gene Simmons to say some shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I'll tag the CEO. Let him know.
Don't they call Little Uzi a rock star or whatever?
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, he calls himself that.
Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I mean that's dope for Wu-Tang though.
Shout out to Boogie Blade. Who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? Flavor Flav.
That's right.
I bet you they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too.
Oh man, Public Enemy definitely. I bet.
Speaking of,
I have to get a fact checker one of these days.
yeah, I'm surprised Wu-Tang ain't been in there though, because they got that big tour that they did with the fucking Rage Against the Machine. They have that whole fan base. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't stole music. So, you know.
So this is hey, that's why you got the Pokemon Go up, because you like, fuck that shit. I'm going in today.
No, I've said that.
I'm just fucking with you.
I've said that a bunch of times. Shout out to Robert Glasper.
Next we got 2 Chainz gets annoyed when Cam Newton kept asking him to comment on Drake, Kendrick Lamar, ASAP, Rocky Beef, T.I. versus 50. I don't care. I don't put people against like you do. So let's play a little bit of this. This dude got
when I think of the rollout, it's like ASAP don't like Drake now. Oh shit. Kendrick.
Why is he talking about this?
Don't like Drake now. I don't know if Drake that hate so strong, you only can accept or expect that Drake don't like them. But here you are, the cool dude right in the middle of everything. Just like,
I really ain't in the middle. I'm really just be minding my business. I ain't in the middle and I ain't taking sides. Like, I didn't go to school with none of these niggas, man. I didn't come up. I'm not from, this is like, to me, the industry is like school. Like, once you get into some of the mess, it's kind of school-like stuff. But, like, I met a lot of these people as grown adult men. Some of them, you become more family and brothers, and some of them you don't. But I've been moving around long enough from the streets and hip-hop to know that sometimes it's best that you just mind your business and you don't speak on other people's relationships or anything like that. And that's just how I've been moving. I never really, I really listen to. And bro, I'm sitting here talking to you about it, bro. You don't put me in a trap. I'm so goddamn ain't studying it. I'm just like, oh yeah, I ain't even peeping at this person on. That's how I don't care. That's how much I don't care. I'm telling you, oh yeah, I'm telling you how the song came about. You like, nah, nigga, I don't put you in the blender. But I'm trying to tell you, bro, how I don't even be caring. Don't even be bothering.
But is it not awkward though? Being a rapper in this climate.
How is it awkward?
Because now it's almost like you got to choose a side.
How do I have to choose a side?
Just okay, from the
Jesus Christ.
Bro. He forcing it. He really tried. He really tried to get something messy out of him.
He's so lucky 2 Chainz is like such a nice guy, because people be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm not involved in any way.
Is this like is this him all the time, or is this like a character?
I think Cam Newton is a character in general.
Yeah, the whole.
I just don't. I feel like this is a persona or something. Like I don't believe this is like a real person.
Persona.
I don't believe this
he
is
really
a real
like
person,
this, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really think he got like 7 baby mamas with 8 women. Like he I think he's really like this. Like
you're not gonna have. There's no way that you'd even have one baby mama acting like this.
Nah, he got
when you
way
FaceTime
too
and got a
many.
few $1 million, I think you could probably have many baby moms as well.
I don't know. I feel like this is enough of a fucking deterrent.
Nah,
this behavior.
To deal with this for a
listen,
yeah,
he's a problem. When the one he got now, I just know about like the femt, because she's just kind of bird brain ish, so it kind of makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fucking
He's telling.
Is this what like journalism is now? Is this what, or is this just to this persona, like you said, dude? Because I've seen a lot of clips like this where it's like every time somebody goes on, it has to be people that's not even involved with that certain beef. It's just like you just happen to did a song with. So how do you feel about Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef? You know what I'm saying? Is that what is going to, or does you have to do that to get that little clip? Maybe you just do it once and you get the little clip and then you move on. But does this need to happen now? Right? Do we need to resort to this type of shit?
I don't think so. If it was like fresh off the battle 2024, maybe even early 2025, but like fuck that. 2 Chainz has dropped music, that you could talk about. There's so much other shit you could talk about with him to get engaging topics. But this seems to be the most clickbaity thing, because I feel like people in the entertainment space, they got this list and they're like, who have we not gotten an opinion from yet that has went viral? Let me check. Oh yeah, we got one from 2 Chainz. Check him off. Who's next? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's giving. Like, who hasn't spoken on this topic yet that we could stir some shit up with?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I would hate to even have a song with one of them cats now, just because you're going to be asked about it. And Chainz, he probably don't even know Chainz had so many projects released in the past year. You know what I'm saying? That Red Clay joint, I didn't even see no promo behind it. And that was a dope project.
He just be vibing, bro. He just be vibing, dropping some vibes. Like,
yeah. So, and my thing is too, is like, yo, Cam Newton, dog, you a quarterback, dog. You throw a football for many moons, bro. Why are you even talking about hip hop? It's so many people kind of out their element. You feel me? That it's weird. Like, you got the Hawk Tour girl interviewing fucking like CEOs of, like, what the fuck is we doing these days? Like, I don't understand. I'm so fucking, maybe I'm washed, dog, but I'm confused as to what the fuck is going on and why certain people are interviewing. Like, everybody doesn't have to create content, bro. And if you create content, do it within your realm of expertise. You know what I'm saying? Fucking talk about a damn or drop 2 coverage. That's why I want to hear Cam Newton. I want to hear Floyd Mayweather talk about boxing. You feel me? I want to hear Phil Jackson talk about basketball. I don't want to hear fucking Cam Newton talk about bars and 6. Can he write a 16? You feel me? It's just, I don't know, dog. I'm fried.
Yeah, you had me at, I don't want to hear Cam Newton talk. End of sentence. You got me.
They cloned Cam. I mean, that'd be a waste of money, dog. I don't think you need to do that. I think you go to Alabama and find like 3 more Cams, dog. But
yeah, I want this to go away forever. Whatever is this is a pod, like if this is with other people, whatever this is, I want it to go away.
It's fucking him talking shit and interviewing people.
How much of it is the artist to blame, though? Do we have to blame any of these artists for going on? Should some of these artists stop, refuse, or turn down some of these gigs? You feel me?
I think they just get it. Like, they get it through like management. Like, oh, Cam Newton like wants to sit down and do an interview with you. I don't think they actually like keep up with this shit. I think they just know the name, and then they get there and have to deal with this nonsense for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 Chainz is almost 50, right? So he not grew up, but he obviously like is a fan of Cam Newton as opposed to younger guys. So I'm sure he went onto that off the faith of knowing him as a player. And then it's like, what are we talking about? And
which is probably why he had patience for him. It's just like, I'm not even trying to disrespect you because I respected you as a player.
Exactly.
Now you're doing too much.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 2 Chainz is 10 years older than Drake and Kendrick and was pretty much like entering his second career when those guys were starting theirs. It's like, I'm on a different age and wavelength than those guys. What are you talking about? I have to pick a side. Like, that's what he told him. He said, you need to pick it feels awkward. You're going to have to pick a side. No, I don't. No, I don't. What do you?
He literally made insanity. It awkward.
Yeah.
How could you not pick a side? Like, it's the fucking North and the South, like we in the Civil War or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for a battle that's almost 2 years old now.
Literally,
like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, actually, it's about that. Like that.
It's like April, I think. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the first thing dropped this month.
Literally
2 years.
Well, it's saying that interesting enough, a little off this, but it's kind of they saying what Future got a verse on Iceman is what the new thing I seen going. So maybe that's one of the last or the start of the white flag. I mean the peace treaty or whatever the fuck the truce, right? Because that's kind of the thing that kicked it off, right? Was the Kendrick's verse on a Future song. So,
well, I mean, just the other day Drake was mentioned Schoolboy Q in a little snippet or whatever. So I don't know if that's talking about he might give Q a verse because he ain't getting paid like that or something. You know,
that's his
not a quote,
problem.
but
That's his problem. And then they're gonna be like, "Oh, why are people dissing him now?" Because look what he did. And another snippet, he's talking about Serena Williams again. Like,
yeah,
bro, just let it go.
Yeah, bro. That hurt his little heart, man. It hurt his little fucking feelings, dog. And it's just so unbecoming to see like grown men like drag out beats for like years. At a certain point, either you gonna pull up or you go about your life. It's like to throw shots for like, particularly when you got your ass handed to you, right? Those shots for like years afterwards is kind of like some emotional bitch made shit. You know what I mean? So I don't like it. I don't like it, yo.
Yeah, if someone knocks him out though, they're wrong.
Yeah.
They're gonna be wrong. So
we need more knockouts, man. I'm in favor of bring back duels. I think duels would clear up a lot of shit. But yeah, man. Any last thoughts on that joint? All right, let's do this quick crash dummy, dog.
Hey, Dad.
So this week's Crash Dummy is a team effort. It's a team effort. We've had like the duel before. Now we're getting a team effort. And that team being the Atlanta, a.k.a. the Magic City Hawks. The NBA canceled the Hawks Magic City night on March 16th per Adam Silver. The league received significant concerns from stakeholders, including fans, partners, and employees. The first thing I'm going to say off this is whatever intern suggested this needs to be fired immediately, because what the fuck Magic City got to do with the NBA? This is a supposedly family-friendly event that's going to cost you about $200 for the tickets. It's going to cost you about another $30 to park your damn car. It's going to cost you about another $50 to get up in there, right? And then to sit here and bring your kids there and you got Magic City. Daddy, what's Magic City? You know, like, whoever the fuck thought about this should have been fired immediately. You feel me? And then to kick it off, the thing that they were going to do is have like T.I. perform in like hoodies. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Like, you could have called it anything. Atlanta night. You know what I'm saying? ATL night, trap music night, whatever you want to call it. Why you decided to brand it as Magic City Monday? You know what I'm saying?
I have trying to get sued.
No clue, bro. Who suggested this? I have no clue what you were doing on your brain. And I say that as a connoisseur of the motherfucking naked hustle. I enjoy, and I just go to the hole in wall joints. I'm talking bullet wounds and stabs. You know what I'm saying? That was my shit. But to sit here and brand this to the public is fucking insane, dog. You know, and you can't even make the excuse like we're going to Magic City because they got the good wings. Nah, bro. Not at the NBA game, dog. So I don't know whose bright idea this was, who suggested this, what the fuck you was smoking when you suggested it. You need to pass that shit because it must have been good. But you got the big old car crash for this terrible suggestion. No Magic City at the Hawks Arena. There you have it. First ever team crash dummy. So that being said, if you guys are ready to listen to some music, I'm ready to listen to some motherfucking music. What about y'all?
Yep.
All right, let's cue it up. DOD. This week we have a track from the artist Teller Banks, produced by Ed Glorious, called The Wolf, from his project The Wolf in the Wall, which was released last year. Make sure you guys mute your mics. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, yeah. Niggas want the motherfucking wolf. All hail the motherfucking wolf. All hail the motherfucking wolf. It's the motherfucking wolf. Nigga, it's the motherfucking wolf. Nigga, it's the motherfucking wolf. Niggas want the motherfucking wolf. All hail the motherfucking wolf. It's the motherfucking wolf. Nigga, it's the motherfucking wolf. Nigga, it's the motherfucking wolf. Yeah, I love the nickel, now plated. All these niggas hating, I ain't even made it. I ain't even famous, still eating stains with the stainless. Aiming for the stomach, cause headshots is painless. Niggas gotta feel this, it's real shit. Some of the realest bitches I know got fake tits. Broke niggas don't make sense. I was slinging blue pills, put you in the matrix. They still treat me like Jesus on 6. Pull up a 5 fish, my wrist whip, make the world twist. Niggas is still bitch. In my opinion, ain't shit changed really. You got feel my pain, try to feel me. Divided by the way they try to kill me. Cracked up my community there, but these bricks build me. Niggas want my life, but ain't like me. That's silly, that's unlikely. Trust I got a hospital bed in the IV. I'm in the kitchen cooking off beat to the Isleys. Me and the 9 side me's ready to die, please. Try me the 5 squeeze, watching the mice flee. So the same pack 3 times with slice, please. A weed punch you kick like a fight scene. More the bread, I know five. Coast to coast, niggas don't know where to find me. Front line of war times, niggas behind me. Would've thought the niggas had my back, but they ain't got me. Lie to me. Crackers won't chain me, cage me, can't shake me. Whatever ain't break me, made me unbreakable, untakeable. Can't take me, can't change me. I am what I am, my nigga. These streets crazy. Everybody hate me, failed at being fake me. Block for me, black men, know we on the same team. We ain't ripping CSU, but we'll stay green. Hey, yeah. Niggas want the motherfucking wolf. All hail the motherfucking wolf. All hail the motherfucking wolf. Nigga, it's the motherfucking wolf. Niggas want the motherfucking wolf. What? Nigga, it's the motherfucking wolf. All hail the motherfucking wolf. All hail the motherfucking wolf. Nigga, it's the motherfucking wolf. Nigga, it's the motherfucking wolf.
There you have it, The Wolf by Teller Banks and produced by Ed Glorious. So who are we starting? Who's on the clock first? It's gonna be a surprise. Obi.
Oh no, it's me. No, I don't mind. That's cool. All right, so this is it was an interesting one, right? Because actually last year I reviewed a Teller Banks album. I brought it up so I could remember the title, Drugs. And I gave it like I liked it, but it wasn't like a high review. But I was super back and forth on like that and Going Higher, right? Like it was just an album I was kind of mixed on, but there were things I really liked about it. And this song I really liked. This is a big thumbs up. This makes me want to go listen to this album and dig deeper into Teller Banks. And maybe it's just an artist that needed to grow on me more. Maybe it was just that one album particularly wasn't for me and other stuff will be, I don't know. But either way, I like this a lot. That's a thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Thumbs up. I thought you was going to the way you started off. I was like, ooh, you about to go thumbs down. But and I believe he out there. I told him I was gonna play his shit, so he's supposed to drop through. So if you're out there, make sure you drop a comment, man, so we know you're there and we can bring you up or whatever. But yeah, I liked it, man. This one of them songs to me. I know somebody in the comments made something about the mix or whatever. To me, this is one of those tracks you gotta listen like headphones, or you gotta have like a twist. It's gonna be hard to appreciate this through this kind of platform because I've heard the replays and a lot of thumping bass shit doesn't really translate to this type of platform when you stream it or whatever. But this is kind of a gritty track. I think it was a couple places in there when he was spitting, I had to really listen because it was kind of losing it. He was losing it a little bit. I feel like it was a couple places where almost like his flow tailed off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was bars that was kind of hard to comprehend, but this was more of a gritty track to me. This is like in the vein of some MOP shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this was like some gritty, dirty, grimy shit. and I kind of like that shit. So yeah, I'll go thumbs up. I will definitely check out more. Yeah, so overall I enjoyed it. So I'm going thumbs up, dog. Might get on the gym playlist. I don't know. Lee, what you got?
All right. So I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I was like, "What is that supposed to be? Wolf sound?" So I was trying to like figure out where it was going, like what type of vibe it would be. And then once he started rapping, I did appreciate that gritty, grimy, like kind of persona that he's given through the song, similar to what you guys said. I think some of the bars were there, but like you said, D, I was kind of like, oh, getting lost a little bit. Now, it wasn't like, this wasn't a bad song at all. I'm not saying it's bad. I think it was just kind of like a different listen for me a little bit in that sense. And I want to tap into a little bit more, but I'm not going to hate on it. I'll give it a thumbs up.
Oh.
That's me. Like, it wasn't, what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one of those.
It's not bad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was.
It was like slightly above mid in my opinion.
Man, see, I said,
Thanks,
I think I even
guys.
said big thumbs up, if I'm not mistaken.
Thanks, guys.
No.
Thank you.
What you got?
I'm going now. I gotta go now.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Thanks, guys, for leaving me hanging. I thought
I already
one of you
know.
was
We
in.
already know.
I
To the usual.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan, man. I'm gonna be real, bro. I ain't fuck with it. It's different. I'll give it that, but I mean, different ain't always good, man. And I mean, maybe he has other shit I fuck with, but yeah, this ain't really do it for me. And I know about him. Like I've heard some other shit that I also wasn't really like fucking with. I don't know. I mean, he's got I hear it, like his style. I hear there's people that like that.
Right.
There's people that like that. So it's like I get there's a place for it. It's just I'm just not one of those people. That's all there is. That's all it is.
Hey, fair enough. Yeah, everything not gonna resonate with everybody. Like I said, this track was I linked to it. It was better than not. You feel me? Like I said, I think the production, like I think somebody said, I liked the production. I liked the gritty shit. It was enough to win me over. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't no blowing away. The bars didn't blow me away. The hook or nothing. You know what I mean? It just was a grimy track that I liked better than I disliked it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going with.
I agree with the comments too. It's just like right there.
Yeah, right there. Like sometimes I'll be review some shit and I'll be like, it's like a 5.5 or a 6 type. You know what I mean? That little shit. You feel me? So yeah, I appreciate.
Wasn't that close for me?
We had one big thumbs up and we had one big thumbs down. So there you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But since we got mostly up,
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. It gets the people going.
So yeah, we appreciate that, man. Appreciate you sending. He sent a different project, a newer thing he has. But I don't think it's on YouTube Music, so that's why I went with this a little bit older track. But he does have some new music out, so make sure y'all check out Taylor Banks on Bandcamp. I think he got some shit on Spotify and stuff like that. And of course, let me bring up his socials, man. Make sure y'all check the man out. I always give the disclaimer every week. Like we basically trying to judge somebody off one song. So of course we're not going to be able to hit the ins and outs and the nuance of that person. So check out more of their discography. Give a person a shot if it's something you kind of feeling. You know what I'm saying? And he's from Des Moines, Iowa. I ain't met too many fucking rappers from Iowa. I had to double check that shit, bro. Like Iowa. You know what I mean? So
yeah, check his shit out, man. Like fuck my opinion. I'm one person.
Yeah, definitely.
Go check him out, man.
Listen,
I
went to go to this project and I see he got a song called I Don't Think We're in Brooklyn Anymore. So I'm gonna just go listen to that one after to see if I like it more. Yeah, I like to pick random songs. Be like, okay, let me see.
Yeah, definitely. So, and if you're out there, I think there's a couple comments in here. Shout out to Boogie Blade, man. He says delivering voice wasn't doing it for me overall. Decent track. So, yeah, I think he kind of feels like I almost said kind of like iffy as far as this track. But appreciate you, man, dropping comments and staying in tune with us. Any last thoughts on that joint right now? Teller Banks, salute to Iowa, the mean streets of Iowa. I've been to Des Moines. They get busy. You wouldn't think Iowa is the way it is, but let's go ahead, go real quick to this quick comedy break. Get us a little break, man. Maybe y'all laugh at this shit. I don't know, bro. Let's pull this up, bro. Never give up your dreams, kids. Oh shit. Isn't any sound on this shit? But y'all remember my man's with the spinner? It says unmute. I'm trying to unmute, dog. Oh, it won't sound. But y'all can see the spinners. The spinners be spinning. All right, but yeah, it's not. We got technical difficulties going on. Whatever. Next up, our next topic at hand. In an era where hits are often associated with millions of streams, is Tracks 1000 play benchmark a realistic win for independent artists? And let's pull up this tweet we got right now. If you are an independent rapper and have over 1,000 plays of a song without any playlist, you should consider that a hit. So my question to the panel out there, and it's good because we got a couple people who done dropped some tracks, right? Is 1,000 plays to you a win for independent artists, or is the bar too low, or who gives a fuck about plays? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think?
I was gonna say, yo, Cloud, how do you feel about that first? I know when I get 1,000 views on the post, I'll be like, oh shit, I feel good. Like,
they fucking with me.
Right. In my head, I'm like, imagine them in the room. That's a lot of people. Shit, it's crowded in here. I need to go. Actually, hold on.
I mean, everybody's like, I don't know. I don't really have a good like
a benchmark
gauge, because I have shit with like fucking a couple 100,000. So, and I don't like. I feel like when you're starting out, yeah, but it's like
that should be
I
kind
don't
of
know,
a quick
like,
benchmark to somewhat not quick, but I mean it's a doable benchmark for sure.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard to gauge that though, because it's like, first of all, the music industry is like changing constantly, but it's like nowadays I'll see people be talking like big shit like on Twitter and Instagram like they're a fucking star, and they'll have like 26 like monthly listeners and shit. Like, I'm just like, I would think that you have mad people listening to your shit, and it's like, but it's like when you see that on a consistent basis, like a lot of people don't really be having like over like a few hundred like monthly listeners, and it's like, is it like that hard to like gather listenership?
I don't think people promote their shit, because I've heard some shit that's like super duper dope and like they don't promote it. A lot of creative people, bro, especially when they're doing everything on their own, they don't really promote their shit. They're creatives, right? They drop shit and they go about their day. It's a whole different set of people who promote shit, and they had to have like almost an autistic brain, like, because you gotta just keep pushing this one thing and pushing this one thing and pushing this one thing. That's like suicide to a creative. Like, you would hate to imagine as a creative person, you gotta like keep performing the same song or keep, promoting the same, or basically go up into places and almost beg people to listen to your shit, right? So a lot of people are good at creative, but they're not good at like promoting their shit. So I've heard a lot of dope shit that just kind of sit there like 500 plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like I've seen people that do promote their shit, and it's like, And I'm talking about people who do shows and all that shit, and I'd be chilling. It's like, and I'm just using myself as like a benchmark. Like I'd be chilling. I don't be like, bro. I pop out like once a year, and it'll be people that I'm like, you should have like the way I see you promoting yourself, the way I see you working. You should have more. You should have bigger numbers than I do. And it's I don't know. It's like, what does it really take to get like people tuned in? And it's like I feel like there's not really a definitive answer anymore.
Yeah, I think I seen one of them like Marlon Craft's recent joint drop. It was like 2,000 views or something on YouTube. It wasn't nothing crazy. You feel me? He just got featured on a big promotion. So I'm not necessarily of the thought process that means like success or failure, right? I mean, if you're sitting at 0, nobody will see your shit out. That's one thing, right? But if you have like a dedicated 1,000 people who gonna play your shit no matter what, right? We kind of judge each other by like the casuals, the people who might hear something hot and just play it and then never come back to your shit. But you have like 1,000 or 2,000 people that are gonna spin your shit no matter what, gonna push play on your videos, gonna leave comments or whatever. I think that means more than an arbitrarily pay number. You know what I mean? Like how many people press play? Somebody press play and never listen to your shit ever again. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's most listeners.
Yeah.
That's most listeners. That's why there's such a big drop off. And you know, people get hyped over like vanity shit, like, oh, I got like 10,000 like monthly listeners, and then by the next month they got like 14.
Yeah. That's another thing with consistency too. If you're not consistent, you may get that one thing that bumps up, and then everything you release afterwards. I've seen that happen too. Somebody might have a viral moment, didn't follow up with it, and now it's like everything is sitting at norm. So the algorithm be algorithming, dog. If you don't consistently drop shit, it's gonna fuck you up too. You know what I mean? Let's see here. But I will say that, like, keep dropping shit. Like, I've seen a lot of people that get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Seems like they don't drop shit after that, and they be dope people. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh boy, we feature Ring Gets. I don't know the ins and outs of what's going on, but it's like I ain't seen him dropping a little bit, and it's like, maybe because this is not getting the traction you thought, maybe you're not dropping anymore. You know what I mean? But I want to hear more of your shit, bro. You got people so you never know who listens to your shit. You know what I mean? So if you're getting traction, if you're getting the comments, if you're getting the, you know what I mean, people reaching out to you, whatever, just keep creating. If you really dedicated to it, it'll eventually pay off. Like, I don't prescribe to that notion that hard work don't pay off. You feel me? I do think it pays off in the long run. It's my 2 cents. There are also very third spaces to get music played. And that's true. Club, lounges, etc. Hit the streets too. You feel me? It really does work. Old school. Don't you get approached by them people in the mall all the time?
You got to convert that though. You got to convert that, because that's the thing. People will do it. People will do a show, and unless you give them like a card or something or a piece of merch or something, they're not gonna go out of their way to like go and search you up on Spotify unless you put on like a fucking unless you were doing like mind-blowing shit, like the music that you did like was fucking like incredible, which is, you know, that's not common.
Yeah, that's true. Or even just feeling like you connected to that artist. People don't realize, like, when you feel like you have a connection, that person knows you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a conversation. You know, smoke a spliff with this motherfucker. You're like, yeah, they might throw your music on more. You know what I mean? They might recommend it. You know what I mean? Might spin it. So it's something about being personable. You know what I mean? Being sociable. That mysterious shit ain't always, you know what I mean, end all be all. You feel me? Actually, fucking be a person somebody likes to fucking hang around, and maybe people spin your shit more. You know what I mean? But any thoughts on that joint? Or any last thoughts, I should say?
Yeah, I just think that as much as I agree with that, I think having that mindset of 1,000 plays is now a hit is just, it's almost like, feels like you're limiting yourself, because I feel like, and this is a different era from when I was dropping music, like I was going to say, but like, I've had songs with 500, 600, 700 plays, and sometimes it's not even the song I was ever pushing, you know, and it's definitely not a song that was a hit, if that makes sense. It was a song that's like, why is this song getting all these plays? What's happening? This is not one I've posted anywhere or done anything about, so and then even that, it's like, again, don't stop at 1,000. You need to get to 10,000, or like, that's the kind of mindset you need to have. It's not 1,000 is a hit. It's that I need 10,000 1,000s then, or I need 10,000s, or you got to stack those higher. You got to be aiming. It's good to have those bars to hit, but also, if you're really trying to get out there, you got to have higher bars to reach for, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a good sign. It's a good signal that, hey, this has potential, and let me keep going. And what did you do with this song that you could recreate with your other stuff? Is it really just the promo behind it that really helped push it there, or is it that, hey, yo, you actually took your time with these bars and elevated them, so you need to continue to do so?
Yeah.
I
Converted
say
into 1,000 album plays.
Yeah. You need 10 million.
Oh, look!
You need 10 million. If you don't have 10 million, you're nobody and you're not a real artist.
That's right. Yep.
I will say too, we to kind of like on the opposite side of that, right? Have somebody to like listen to your shit and give you like honest feedback. Have a team. I've had shit that like legit promotional people have sent us and shit, and that shit is like, what the fuck? And I know you spent some bread to get this promoted. You feel me? So, and you can't make a first impression, right? So just make sure your shit, if you something you're gonna push or whatever you think is worth pushing or whatever, make sure it's good. Because I've heard some shit be like, I never want to hear this person ever fucking again. You ever hear a track and you could probably have some dope shit years later, got better, all that, but when you hear certain shit, you be like, nah, I ain't never ever. I see that name, no, like to drop that. So make sure that the shit is good. You feel me? Make sure that if it's something you're gonna actually put some effort in promoting, you feel me? That make sure it's some dope shit. You feel me?
That almost happened to me with YG. He was tooted and booted initially, right? And then when he came back out with My Crazy Life, which is a great album, I was ready to be like, I'm not about to listen to a YG album. I don't know what tooted and booted you're talking about.
He ain't like tooted and
thankfully
booted.
I did. No, I
He ain't
don't.
like
No.
tooted and booted.
I'm good on tooted and booted personally. Pause. There might just for Dell. I'm gonna pause that because I don't know.
Oh man, yeah, I wasn't feeling tooted and booted, but that was kind of a TikTok-y before TikTok-y song. But
Exactly.
yeah, all right, that's all I got, man. Any last thoughts on that joint? All right, pull up the second joint we got. See what we have here. Trap Lord. Oh shit. Everybody's favorite artist. Sexy Red got Shawn Michaels dancing. Y'all told me Sexy Red run was over. That's why you don't listen to Twitter A&Rs. All right. So the question beyond that is, do you agree? Or is there a growing gap that Twitter A&Rs value and between what the general public actually consumes? So we know on Twitter, everything's about lyricism. Everybody's about the traditional rollouts, blah, 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 on all these social media platforms. However, if you go a large part to certain areas and certain places, and I've seen this myself, they actually playing a lot of the people that motherfuckers say is garbage, bro. Like real shit, like the Sexy Reds of the world, et cetera, et cetera. So do y'all think that these social media comments are the end all be all? That's really the judge of music, if it's hot or not, right? And what do y'all feel about the gap between like different areas of like urban life, right? Where you might hear certain shit over here that you might not hear over there. And I got my thoughts on that, but what do y'all think about it? Does the Twitter A&R speak for the general public?
I think this was a stupid fucking tweet because honestly, Twitter got her to where she is. Like Twitter outrage and Twitter A&R. So it's like, this is a fucking stupid tweet. But whatever.
Because it's kind of like, are you the Twitter A&R right now? Like, should we not listen to you in this case? Like, kind of could be reversed.
Big facts. And that's another thing too. You got something for that, Obi? What do you think about that joint?
Just I I don't know, man. It's just I think there's a blend of both, right? Where Twitter is kind of in its own universe sometimes.
For sure.
And I think that I agree with them a lot of the times, to be honest. Which is why I'm on there so much, for better or worse. But at the same time, there's a lot of people out there that are consuming garbage like that, and that is just it's out there too. There's bots pushing stuff, and there's real people just consuming trash, and there always has been through all genres for years and years, TV and music. So it's a mix of both.
Yeah, but I will say it is some truth to me, just because I've seen firsthand, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever I go home and I go to the hood, you get laughed out the fucking room. You throw some Earl sweatshirt on or some shit, bro. Like motherfuckers ain't having that. You really will hear Sexy Red. You really will hear a lot of ESTG. You will hear a lot of fucking Boss Man D-Lo and shit, right? So like the motherfuckers that kind of get clowned as or who a lot of the high-end hip-hop fans would say is like trash. Like if you actually go to the areas that some people say they frequent, right? This is the fucking playlist you're gonna get. You're gonna get a lot of Chief Keef and shit like that. That's what you're gonna hear. So I think there is, like, back to a prior conversation we may have had about the genre splitting and stuff like that. You have different niches of hip-hop where everybody has their preferred sound and their preferred genre, their preferred artists or subgenre of hip-hop. You really do see that shit, yo. Like you couldn't put a lot of the shit that a lot of people praise on fucking these platforms. You don't hear that shit played. No, I'll be even say like even the more low end shit you think will get played in ignorant areas, but ain't nobody really playing no fucking Lil Yachty in a lot of these places where like real motherfuckers is at. They not playing like fucking throwing at Yachty. Nobody listen to that shit. So depending on where you at, where you grew up at, where you living at currently, who you be around or whatever. Yes, Sexy Red does have a fucking fan base and audience. You know what I'm saying? As much as we don't want to admit it or certain people don't want to admit it, right? So it kind of is what it is. You got to take everything you see on social media with like a grain of salt. You feel me? Depending on your circumstance.
Yep, exactly.
Any last thoughts? Anybody has any more thoughts on anything I just said or just in general on that topic?
Man, I'll say her hype. Like she definitely has songs that I played when I feel like having that mode, you know what I'm saying, with my lady friends and everything like that. But I do feel like her overall hype, in my opinion, is sizzling out a little bit. Like it's like, okay, every now and then you're gonna do something that is kind of clickbaity, like the AI video.
Oh, that was terrible.
Right, that kind of brings the traction to her. And granted, like even in my neighborhood, they are gonna bump that Sexy Red. Yeah, they're gonna put, you know what I'm saying? Like there's that. But I do feel like her overall, like just like I feel like there was a time where she was just like in the news cycle every week with people, just whether it's something she did online or just her song or doing something with some other artists. So I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Gotcha. Definitely agree. All right, nothing else. Move on, Doug. LC not Elise or some shit. I think that's how you say it. Sorry for butchering that. Pushing your music after it's already out, what matters way more than your album rollout. So we'll play this video.
In 2026, post-album promotion matters way more than your album rollout. And the artists winning right now understand that. Doechie's Alligator Bites Never Heal had its highest sales week 6 months after it dropped. Raven Lenae's sophomore album, Bird's Eye, hit the Billboard 200 9 months after its release. Leon Thomas kept pushing and is still pushing Mud despite it dropping in 2024, and he just won a Grammy. Pink Panthers never stopped promoting the music off her mixtape that dropped 9 months ago, and now she has a #1 hit on global Spotify. The real work actually begins after the music drops, and that's the new reality. Now, everyone loves to blame our attention spans getting shorter, meaning that we move on quicker, which isn't a lie. But I think the main reason for this change is the current state of media. Attention is cheap these days. Getting a viral moment for a lot of people is just a gimmick away. And because our timelines are so flooded with viral moments that come and go, the goal is no longer just to get people interested before your album drops. It's actually to sustain that attention long after the album is out, so you can actually curate an entire era and gain new fans in the process. And that's honestly why we've seen album rollouts get shorter than they've ever been. 15 years ago, the pre-album rollout used to be everything. Artists would announce albums months in advance, drop multiple singles, do a series of press runs and appearances, all building towards that first week of release. But now artists cannot play by those same rules because the entire ecosystem has changed. Streaming has completely changed consumption habits, news cycles are a week max, and our attention spans are cooked. And artists aren't just competing within music anymore, they're competing with everything else fighting for our attention on the algorithm. And honestly, I feel bad for artists. Like, that can't possibly be easy. When artists focus all their energy on getting traction before the actual music is out, they're asking people to stay invested in something that they can't even interact with yet. But when the music is already out, the possibilities become endless. So if you're an artist without a huge following who's been having trouble with this, don't get discouraged. Drop the music and keep pushing it.
Drop the music and keep pushing it. So do we agree that pushing music after release is more important than the initial rollout? What do y'all think about that initial question?
Yeah, 1,000%. She's pretty much like hit the nail on the head with everything.
Yeah, I think it holds a lot more weight than people tend to give it. And I do think it's starting to matter more. In my opinion, I want both. I want the pre-rollout and the post-rollout. I think you should drop 1 or 2 singles, maybe even 3, depending on how many songs you got on there, and should do the interviews, leading up to it. And because there's like, I know we're going to touch on it, but there's some other people that drop shit. And it's like, bro, I didn't even know he was dropping. You are not the person that could do that. It depends on who you are. So I do think it needs to be a balance between both. If you just got one budget, you need to split it between both and maybe figure out, all right, maybe it's not an even split. Maybe it's 30% budget on the pre, 70 on the post, because you need to get people to continuously listen to that project, not just the first week listen. Yes, those numbers matter to who in the label decides that that's the big thing and people that are fans that care about numbers, but overall it's the week over week success that matters a lot.
Facts.
Yeah, no, I agree completely with Lee. That was the only thing I disagreed with in that video was I understand the idea behind saying that a week is the, what I don't remember what phrase she said, but she's basically saying do a pre-rollout for about a week or whatever. I'm more with Lee, where I think a little bit more of an extended and, give people some time to know it's coming is good. But 1,000, like Cloud said, 1,000% post is, you got to keep pushing it. I totally understand the thought process behind, like, you drop some music and maybe it's not getting the traction you thought it was or different things like that. But like, you got to keep preaching your own music to new people constantly. And then, and it sucks to even have to do that while you're working on the next thing and thinking about the next thing. That could be tough, but that really is the game. You got to just keep telling people, keep shouting out your own stuff and keep building and rolling like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know the issue behind it. I know why people don't do it, because it's like when people gear up to drop something, they put all their energy into it. And let's say they even like do a whole bunch of promotion beforehand. They release the project, and it's like not that many people give a fuck, honestly. Then it's like, and then that's just like a fucking blow to the ego. And then it's like,
exactly,
what's the fucking point? Like, that's the entire reason people don't do like post release promo. And it's like, you got to be a certain type of person to power through that and just like keep like pushing your shit. But it's like, the reality is most artists aren't built like that. And this shit's gonna eat you up.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's like even for myself, I would release music and you'd push it a little bit, and it's like, yeah, if you weren't getting like the type of reception, or eventually it's like either way, eventually you feel like you got to move on, right? I got to start recording and writing the next stuff. I got to start promoting that stuff and making the art ready. I got to start doing so, and especially like when you're a lot of smaller people, it's like you might not even have a budget. You might not have money to give to somebody else to help you spread the word. Like I definitely didn't. So at a certain point you go like, I got to put my effort into somewhere else. Right. And that means the next project, which hopefully will get a bigger, I wasn't ever like shut down about it or just like felt like I'm going to quit about it. It was more like, I got to move on to the next better, bigger thing. And hopefully that's the next one or whatever. So, it's just, yeah, it's understandable, but you got to keep pushing your own stuff for sure. Cause nobody else will.
Yeah, and sometimes moving on to the next thing isn't the best answer because that
Right.
could have been the project that did it for you, and you just didn't put anything into it
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you didn't feel that instant gratification. That's
Right.
that's
And then
that's the issue with a lot of like today's like artists. Like it's a lot of the need for instant gratification.
yeah.
Yeah. I always get the example about that Rob Stone, that Kill Bill track. They recorded what, 2-3 years, maybe even 4 before that song took off. That song got recorded years before and kind of just sat there until the right person heard it and it took off. And I'm sure it's a lot of stories like that in the music industry. So I guess that's the big thing, is to know that your shit is good, right? If you know your shit is good, and I've heard I've heard hits, bro, like that's a fucking hit, and they just kind of gave up on it, or people moved on to the next thing, and it's like, damn, you know what I mean? I wish I had a fucking $20,000-$30,000 just laying around to push this shit myself. Like,
Yeah, right.
this is it. You just gotta get people to hear it. Like once the right person hears it, you're gonna take off, bro. That's all it really takes these days. But yeah, I hate to see that. But just kind of going back to that, right? We kind of hit on it earlier. There's a difference between like the independent artists and like the major stars, right? Is it more important for like an independent artist to have that mindset of I got to keep pushing as opposed to the major stars? Is there a difference, or should they both treat it the same?
I will argue they both gotta do it, because even the mainstream artists suffer when they don't do the pre and post roll, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know we're gonna hit on it a little bit later, but yeah, that's what people are trying to say about like the ASAP Rocky shit. Like it's a project you dropped and then you just
That's what I was about to say. Said if there's any mainstream one that I'm thinking of off the top, it's that ASAP that kind of, I don't want to say came and went, because the music was still good, I thought, and like people are still listening to it. But as far as like, I mean, they cranked up that promotion 1 week before or whatever it was, 2 weeks before it dropped, and then it felt like that promotion cranked right back down.
Yeah, he definitely flopped on the post promotion for sure. Like, because there's still some songs on there that I listen to, and I'm like, bro, if he would do more for it, like,
visuals.
Yeah.
Well, I think he dropped like what, those weird VR videos for almost every song, like immediately. But so then it's just like, okay, well, that's every song has a video right now, and they're all in this weird VR view mode, whatever those were.
So you're talking about Rocky?
Yeah.
I think anybody who was gonna listen to an ASAP Rocky album already listened to it. I don't think anybody missed out. I think he's popular enough to where you don't really need to do that post promo.
That's fair. No, that is fair.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Promote that shit. Drop some visuals. Give us some visuals, bro. Like,
yeah. Do some like cool shit like for the people that fuck with it. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. If you got the budget, man, I think visuals is a powerful thing that has kind of fallen by the wayside these days, between the fucking shitty AI videos and people just not want to spend money on that anymore. They feel it's not worth it since we don't have like these 106 in parks, and you know what I mean? So spend some money on some visuals, man. Like that does kind of help the project. That is good to see the visual. I think it still is something that's of value in 2026. You feel me? It ain't gotta be no high-end shit. You feel me? So
even just not as promo, just as like, just as art.
yeah, feed your fans, feed your base, bro. They like to see
Yeah.
that shit. All right. Well, I guess this is a great time to move on to the next topic, almost last one. Speaking of ASAP, 2 reasons. So the original post, nigga, that ASAP Rocky album was here and then vanished. Holy mid. Motherfuckers got a mid infatuation. That's like the almost overused word of fucking the century.
Yeah, because it actually doesn't even mean bad. So
because most things are mid. 2 reasons. No hit song prior to album releasing. Rockies didn't. All right. Didn't have a narrative that could be sustained over 8 to 12 weeks. They blew their marketing budget trying to make the drop seem bigger than it was numbers wise, but unsustainable long term. If he sold slightly less, but there was relevant pieces of information being drip fed to the audience, see Clip's album last year, this narrative wouldn't exist. Now people think an album is mid because nobody's talking about it a month later. I mean, it's a lot of things that contribute to that last tidbit. It's not just that, but I think the part I want to talk about is a little bit different than what we initially talked about on the prior thing. There wasn't a quote unquote hit song, I don't think, from that ASAP Rocky rollout. Normally you have a song that at least have the potential to be a hit. I'm not sure you really got that. It was just more like a solid project. The song is cool type shit. So is it successful to have an album cycle without like that pre-release hit? You know what I mean? Has the streaming era made the lead single more mandatory than ever? So is that part of the reason maybe it wasn't well received is because there was no certified hit on that album? What do y'all think?
Maybe. I don't think there was like an intention of I think he just made an album and put an album out. It's kind of like the Jack Harlow album that's coming out tomorrow.
That's tomorrow?
Yeah, that's and there's no song or anything out for it, and that kind of lines up with what I've heard about the album to what kind of album it is, to where there's like there's not like really any commercial what's the word
this last shit was very pop. He had a lot of
Yeah, that's not the route he's going. If what I heard is
rat bag.
Yeah, compromise. There's no like commercial compromise. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, and I don't know that to be the same case here because I didn't listen to that shit. But yeah, I think he just made an album and just put an album out. I don't think there was like supposed to be like a hit or anything like that. And
so you think he wasn't trying to have you think ASAP didn't think one of those songs was a hit on that album?
No, I mean he didn't have a single or anything. He just put the album out. I think he does try to like he does try to like go for that artsy type of shit. I don't buy it. It don't really like resonate with me, but I think he goes for that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like all the albums are art piece. Like you gotta listen to it as like a complete thing. Like there's no commercial aspirations for it. Like that kind of shit. But you know, this is what happens. You know, if it's not that strong, because it's like if an album is that strong, you don't necessarily need a hit, but it wasn't that strong, so that's all it was. It wasn't a great album, and it didn't have anything to like ride on the back of. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty much kind of necessary. I think at that level is kind of necessary. But you about to say something, Obi, man?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I mean, you know, he's been dropping singles for like years before, and none of them were really like super catching on. Technically, he did drop 2 singles before the album, like again, like one in a week, 2 weeks before, and one. It's okay. I was just saying, but none like people like you know, some people liked them. I was pretty mixed on them. I thought they were better in the context of the album, which is also why I just tend to skip singles in general, right? But yeah, it was just it's interesting for an album that also has like a Drake diss on it and stuff like that. It is interesting to see the conversation go away so quick. I think it's because of kind of what Cloud said. It's like for Rocky fans, the music is good, but even as a Rocky fan, I don't think it's like great. So it's also interesting to see that tweet compare it to the Clips album, which I thought was like, that's a terrible example of comparing them, because Clips had a great album and it did stretch out for multiple weeks afterwards and like made a big impact. So like it was just, yeah. And like I said, Rocky's been trying to roll out this album a little bit. I'm not even saying it was fully complete, but he's been trying to at least do that Cardi B method of like dropping singles and trying to catch a hit, I think, to maybe help him inspire and finish the album. So yeah. So yeah.
But I think it's similar things for what Thug did a hit come off that Thug album, and it pretty much went mid, right? Now that was really a mid diss though.
That shit was hot garbage.
Who is Johnny fell out. Also with what was the other one? 21 Savage, right? I don't necessarily.
Yeah, they're just botting all his numbers. So
I don't necessarily think it was a terrible album. I listened to the album fully through. It wasn't nothing to write home about, right? But it's some shit on there I think could possibly be a hit.
Sure.
I'm surprised they didn't do a fucking video with him in the Lotto joint, unless I missed it. You feel me?
I don't think so. No, I
didn't see anything. He barely promoted
light with the videos on that. Yeah. And then now it's like you botted it so much that it's like ruined the reputation of the album that like people probably would have thought it was fine. Like if you'd have just, no.
Yeah. But that's a super big missed opportunity. Like, you know what I mean? To do a video with Lotto. That's y'all had this private relationship so long, the fucking blogs would have ate that shit up. You feel me?
Well, yeah. He did one music video for that whole album when there's all sorts of features on it that he could have had. You know, it's just like, I don't.
What
the fuck are people doing with their own music?
I don't get it. Is the budget not budgeting these days or whatever? I don't fucking know. But yeah, like do more. So I think as far as the lead single, I honestly don't like this era of surprise drops. I don't like I'm gonna just drop some shit on a random fucking Tuesday. That Drake formula thing that he was doing for a while. But Drake could do that. The rest of y'all ain't Drake. You feel me? Drake could have did that back in fucking 3 years ago. I want to see some fucking rollouts, dog. Roll your shit out. You're a big artist, man. Do some interviews. Shoot visuals. Try to get a hit. At least a lead single. Keep following up. Make more visuals. I just think it's a lazy fucking era of fucking music, dog, for people who got the budget to actually do shit. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, dog. I don't know. Any more thoughts on that? All right. If nothing else, then we can get ready to get out of here in a minute. But of course, that's under the algorithm, I should say. So if y'all have anything y'all listening to, man, that y'all want to put the audience to, we got 98 folks up in here. Come on, man. Let's get that 100 up, man. Let's get 3 more people. Share that motherfucker, man. If y'all got anybody y'all listen to that y'all think the listeners, the viewers should check out. Anybody that's under the radar that's bubbling, or anybody y'all just think is dope, is not getting heralded enough, this is the segment that we kind of highlight those people. So whoever wants to go first can definitely go first. What you been listening to, man?
I will go. I actually am reviewing some submissions. It came across this duo from Harlem, Third Base JoJo and Third Base Biggs. They have this project called Trials of Life, and it's Third Base with like a 3 RD bass, JoJo, all one word. Third Base Biggs. But anyways, they got this song called When It's Over. I was actually specifically reviewing that, and it made me want to check out the rest of their project, Trials of Life. So yeah, check them out.
Okay. Trials of Life.
Nice.
Who else?
All right, I'll go. I got this artist, GMS, and off the album Rebel Renaissance, the song is The Dream. Really, that whole album, again, I think I said that the last 3 weeks, but that whole album is amazing. And a lot of that album is like a love letter to hip hop, and that includes the song The Dream. So yeah, I caught that earlier this week. I think I might have just found it randomly on Reddit. I don't know. I can't find who sent it to me. So I think I might have randomly stumbled into it. But it's a great album. That's a great song. GMS, Rebel Renaissance, The Dream.
Okay. Found something good on Reddit, man. You're not getting cussed out these days, man. That's good. I'm proud of you.
I don't look at what people. I don't always be looking at what people say. A lot of people don't even watch me on Reddit, so that's good first and foremost. But if I see it's starting to get like that, I just move on. I could care less. But I do go on a certain part to look for new music. So
for sure, man. I seen somebody kind of give you shit about your little boat review, man. I was like, oh shit. Hopefully,
I think I went on the video. Yeah.
You're not fighting for your life out there, man.
No, I don't care.
Cloud, what you there, brother? What you been listening
to? Yeah, man. Shout out to my dog OBC. I want to say like early February, he dropped an album called Public Access Television. That shit is fire. That's like my favorite album of the year so far. Yeah, that shit is crazy. It's not on streaming, I don't think. I think it's just on Bandcamp for now, but definitely look that shit up. It's $20. You know, if you go listen to that shit and, you know, judge yourself if you want to spend that 20. I think it's worth it, but you know, that's just me. And also Rodimus and Forts just dropped a joint. So that's always good. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right, cool. It actually was a song about to feature tonight, but he didn't have the song on the YouTube joint yet. I think you can catch it on Bandcamp, but 100 Bands, he got a song called Showboating that just came out. I pretty much liked the track. Like I said, it was gonna be the DOD today, but they don't have it on that particular platform, and everything else kind of sounds like shit through YouTube. So, but make sure y'all check it out, man. 100 Bands is 100 HUNNA and Bands BAND $. Why everybody gotta put dollar signs and shit? I'm so sick of dollar sign shit. Make sure y'all check it out. He dropped some new shit. Project that's coming out called Stand on the Ceilings. So make sure y'all check that joint out. Outside of that, I think that's all we got, man. So of course, my last minute is always dedicated to promoting these co-hosts of mine who are dope and talented in their own rights and have their own platforms and are doing big shit out here. So I'm tossing you first, Obi. What you working on, dog?
You know me, just endless reviews. It feels like I got a lot of requests kind of backed up, but I think I'd rather be backed up on requests than have none and have nobody give a shit. Right. So I appreciate everybody for being patient with me, for getting them out too. I try to not like drop too many a day. Like, you know, it's like you want to let everybody have their moment, but also you're trying to like keep up with people that are giving me, and I can get through enough albums that you can do more than one. So anyways, I'm just saying I appreciate everybody being patient. Rest in peace to Lord Seer.
Rest in peace.
And that's it from me, man.
I appreciate you, Obi. Yeah, ho that shit. Lee, what you working on?
I was saying, yeah, ho, but no, that is a good problem to have. So yeah, you know, I gotta get my fucking computer space up, y'all. Apparently, I told the crew, I'll tell y'all too. But I will be back. That ain't gonna stop me if I have to delete everything and have nothing but fucking Google Chrome. I will. And if y'all see me with a PC, don't fucking judge me because Apple's pissing me off. That's all. That's my little rant. If y'all feel me, y'all better like and repost this episode. Apple be charging us too much. Repost the episode. You know it's true.
Fuck Apple too. Yeah, ho.
Yeah, ho.
And we hit 101, and we appreciate y'all. Y'all got them 3 people in there. Yeah, see, I know y'all be listening to me, man.
Yeah, we're gonna start drop a little soundbite. Repost.
I gotta find a known. I got you last soundboard better. Jay, what the hell you working on, brother? I know you working on some shit. What you got?
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm always working on random shit. So
Yeah, we just seen the
No,
show.
no
Definitely, man. The show you just had, what was that in Brooklyn, dog?
Yeah. Again.
Yes. On the ones and twos. So shout out to Jay, man. Always working. He's a modest man. We let him be
Yeah,
modest.
it was a dope show too. Shout out to Brain Orchestra. He's dope for those that are familiar. Him, DZ Finesse is dope. It was just a whole dope lineup. So, but yeah. Next time I'm trying to set something up in LA, so I'm gonna head out there and do something.
Okay, get the motherfucking travel miles up, homeboy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming through, man. Blessing us with your presence and your knowledge, brother. Take you a homie. And as for me, I'm just working on this shit. You know, I'll be up to midnight as usual, doing some shit. You feel me? Team no sleep. You feel me? But we got to keep it pushing. So we appreciate everybody that tunes in and checks out the review, checks us out on the podcast, argue with us on these videos about, how this should be a 10 instead of 8 or some shit or whatever. But it's all in good fun. It's all great. That's what we do this for. The main point is for y'all to check out the actual music and check out the artists. And so we take it in stride, man. But we appreciate everybody that checks us out, whether you're saying nice shit or saying fucked up shit. We appreciate it either way. But that's all I got, man. So on behalf of everybody here, on behalf of the panel, on behalf of all the crew in the background putting in work, man, that's all I got. So I got to say, peace. Intrigue.